like to show you our stable today and to give you an idea who we are and what we do. We have a family company, and where we are now is the sports stable, run by Coby, my mother, at the back, you saw her, and me and a big team. And on the other side of the road, and you'll see that later during a guided tour, we have Van Baalen Farms, and that is run by my brother, she's near my mother there, Arie, and my sister-in-law, Jacobine.
Hi everyone.
So where it all began, a long time ago, and my parents started from scratch. There was really nothing here, and they started in a small caravan, which you can see there on the right, and they started there with, most of them were mares, and my father also had a cow farm with dairy cows. So they started with cows and some mares, and later my mother got to ride stallions from Van Baalen. Maybe that's a name, some of you know. Some famous stallions like Ulft, Roemer, welke nog meer maar, Winston.
Winston, Roemer, they were sold late America, Beethoven. But later on we can see in the old canteen, and they are all with a picture on the wall.
Yeah, no, it was pretty close. It was only 15 minutes away, but it meant a lot of driving up and down. So my parents thought before we build a house, we might first build an indoor arena. So that's in the middle you see that, and that was 20 by 40 meters at start. And right now we build it to 20 to 60 meters. And on the left side you see also Arie van Baalen, and we also have Gerard here in the room, Gerard van Baalen, very famous breeder, and he knows everything about that bloodline. You also see her there on the wall with all kind of offspring. The time is a bit too short to tell you everything about that, but this is how everything started. Really, like 11 years ago, we decided to have the whole company down. Everything was built up completely new from the start, and of course we had lots of years to think about it and to make some ideas, and are we going to do it or not. But meanwhile, we're very happy that we did it, because we have now much more big boxes for the horses, ventilation, good air, very good logistics. So for the horses and for the people and for ourselves, I must say every day we're super happy with this decision, but later we'll show it to you. And we have like 50 boxes here, and we have like half of it from our own breeding as well, and half of it from clients, and it's for all kind of goals, like breaking in, selling. Many people are here for training themselves and going on competitions, or training by us and going to a higher level, and from all around the world. This is the mother of Habibi, which we saw in the beginning where I did the freestyle on. We also bought her as a 3-year-old. Extremely good hind leg, always going, and an extremely good character. And I know that everybody always says like, a good character is important, but it is super important. And I think also with her offspring, we have horses who always want to go, who always want to do it for you, and especially to go to the real high level, to Grand Prix, and to show on real international level. The character is one of the most important things a horse should have, in our opinion. You see then Habibi, and later on I'll show you his half sister, out of the same mother, also again by Szechuan, and then the daughter of Jalila, out of Le Formidable, which I think you all saw on Friday night on the Stallion Show. Something special, of course, the Olympic Games, and of course my mother was there in Sydney on the right with Ferro, you know him all I think, and I was there twice in Athens with Eidekes. Of course he came from the US, was first ridden with Courtney Dye, then came here from family Nijhoff. And on the left you see Go Legend, where I competed in Tokyo, and he was Totilas Ferro.
I'm very honored. I may tell you something about our rather young company Van Baalen Farms, which I started together with Arie.
So we, for now, 2025, we have around 350 horses when we're full. Yeah, this is the beginning, when they were still building in 2020. That's when we, the first foals arrived. As you can see on the picture, new barn, new paddocks, everything ready.
We traveled around the world during our sport, of course, and then you have a look everywhere you come for new ideas, what is good, what is not good. You have an other eye in all kinds of stables to get enough information, and at the end we made our own plan to rebuild here our farm.
We call it the setup place. We have it's centered in the middle, so it's also really nice that the horse boxes are separate from here. So the horses have rest, and here is like we start the work, and then we go to the arena, and they have to work, and we take care of them after the work, and then they have a easy time again in the box or in the paddock. Coby saw this idea also in the stable in Germany, that it's centered in the middle. And it's also nearby the indoor, so when you need some help or you need something in the indoor, it's easy to reach out and people can come. Here you see our paddocks and a little bit of the fields. We have more fields on the back of the area, and we use it quite a lot. Now we don't use it because it's frozen, but otherwise we just immediately start with putting horses out, and they stay out at least every day for like 2 hours.
Do a walk and then when I walk through it, I will explain you things. If you have questions, let me know. We have two buildings. This is the first building. Here we have the foals, mares and colts, and also the colt the 1-year-old stallions. In the other barn, we have the mares and the gelded ones. Yeah, when we started here to build it, we went to a lot of different places, and because in the dairy farm there's a lot of technology, so we said, okay, we also want a high building, a lot of air. We want to go in with a truck or with the tractors, easy working. We have here, let's say, around 350 horses, so it's, yeah, you need to feed them, the stables need to get cleaned, everything needs to work quickly and fast. So when we build it here, that's all what we wanted to do, that we are ready for easy work. Yeah, it's not that we don't like to work, but easy work, fast working. So when we walk in, you can see some small technology things, what they also use in mostly dairy farms. See, every stable has its own paddock. And the first 10 meters are from the stones, and then we have sand paddocks. So when it's very wet, last 6 weeks it was in Holland very wet weather, then they always have the stones that they have always a hard on the ground, so they always can walk, go in and outside themselves. So this is always how it is 24/7. They can go inside here, and then it's very easy to bring them in the last part. You saw it on the movie. We can put a halter on. We can treat them. Also with the farrier, we use this system, and then it's very easily to take the horses, for whatever reason there is. We are looking for clients who want to stay here for 3 years, 2 or 3 years. Stallions always stays 2 years. When you gel them, they can stay 1 winter longer, and mares are always here for 3 years. We don't offer only winter period or only field period. So that's because we also need to run a business here, and we want full. We need to try to get full booked. That's how it works. Take out of the group, that's always possible, but we don't bring them in. If somebody is calling now, do you have maybe place to bring 1 2-year-old mare? We don't do that because that's always asking for problems.
To give you a little impression of the daily training, this is Jalila. She's a mare. She's half sister of Habibi. She's by Stage 1 out of Johnson. And a few of the main things we want to practice every day from youngster to Grand Prix are some main characters like the self-carriage, which is super important, starting already at a younger age, that the horse carries his or her own head, and we can go with the movement and give the reins, and they will stay in the same position. It isn't always one line from here to there to the Grand Prix. And with her, we had some difficulties after she had a fall in a younger age, and she gave birth herself, and she came out really poor. She gave everything to the foal, and all the muscles disappeared, and it didn't took only months to get her recovered, but even longer. So that's, every horse is an individual, and every horse needs an individual approach. In the Grand Prix, the exercises are going super quick, and the corners really give you some time to give a half hold, to do something, to prepare your next exercise. Now you can go a little bit forward. Good job. Now I stretch her a little bit. This is the thing, the stretching, which we do actually all the time. In between, at the start, at the end, to feel if it's possible. If it's possible, to drop the neck, to keep the same trot, and to feel that the horse, even after riding some exercises, are loose in the body, but also in the mind. Because we should always, as the horses come talk, we should feel how the horses are doing. Are they still able to do it, or is it maybe a little bit too much for them today? Then we just stretch them and stop and continue the next day. So we never start with the end exercise. We always start easy, and when that's okay, we can build it up and make it a bit more difficult. Straight. Now she has to wait for me, and wait, and wait. Change, and straight. Only when she waits for the change, and she waits with the half pass, then later on, I can combine everything. And also when we go to canter, when we go to trot, we also use a lot of our voice aids. Of course, it's not permitted in the test, but the horses can get very confident by knowing your voice and knowing who's on them, and it will make the work a lot lighter and easier. Try to turn in a proper way, and then leg yielding for the right leg. That's actually all they need at this age. That's enough.